No, mommy.
In the following video, a man wakes up after hearing unusual sounds within his apartment. Living by himself, he becomes concerned upon hearing what appears to be an intruder in his home. Swiftly, he picks up his phone and starts filming. Weirdly, Nick Long hears footsteps from above, like someone's in the attic. The next morning, he checks carefully to see if anyone's there, being cautious to avoid any fights. As Nick searches and looks in every corner, he finds no one there, not even any signs like footprints. It's definitely strange, but Nick doesn't worry too much, because other odd things have happened in his apartment before. However, a few nights later, he hears strange noises from the attic again. This time, he decides to investigate. What he finds is pretty scary.
Yes, I've been hearing weird noises and shit. And this door has been like opening and closing. Yo, what the?
The attic door mysteriously opens by itself when Nick gets close to it, which really scares him. This incident leaves Nick feeling very uneasy, showing that something odd is happening. And just when things couldn't get any weirder, the next night, Nick is filming his dog when he catches something spooky.
Boy, what was that? What was that? Yo.
The dog becomes very alert, sensing something that Nick can't see. It's like the dog senses danger. With everything that's happened before, Nick starts to think something is wrong with his apartment. He believes it might be haunted, especially the attic. Even though he's moved somewhere else, he can't forget the strange things that happened there. So, what was really going on inside Nick's apartment remains a mystery. Rumored to be haunted for many years. It's said that a student who passed away several years ago in one of the dorm rooms still haunts the place, with people claiming to occasionally see his spirit wandering the hallways. The guard is seen and heard patrolling, seemingly in his usual environment. By a security officer who had recently started working at a new location. He was patrolling the floors of an old college building. Suddenly, a shadowy figure disappears behind a wall, leaving the man in shock. He never discovered what exactly this thing was, perhaps the spirit of the deceased student. It's definitely spooky. In this video, Troy recorded strange things happening in his home. At first, he didn't think much of it, but then he saw weird stuff on his security camera and changed his mind. Troy experienced spooky stuff like strange sounds, a cellar door opening on its own, and a scary growling noise. Slowly, he started thinking that maybe something ghostly was in his home. For several days, there was an uneasy quiet until Troy's camera recorded something that made the strange events even more interesting.
What? Yeah.
The dining room chairs appeared to be moved by an unseen force, showing that the entity's power was increasing. The paranormal activity became stronger, and Troy's family started experiencing more disturbances over time. In response, Troy added more security cameras, and soon they caught some amazing footage. Are these occurrences, such as objects moving on their own and the crawl area opening by itself, the result of something evil who knows what's going on? In the early 2000s, an abandoned asylum called Danvers State Hospital in Massachusetts gained notoriety for its grim past. It shut down in 1992 after housing around 3,000 severely mentally ill patients who were mistreated. Former nurses still carry haunting memories of the terrible conditions. The asylum also became known for its creepy atmosphere, attracting curious teenagers after its closure. However, a security guard captured something unusual in the basement in 2000, sparking intrigue. At first, it's hard to see, but the night guard points the camera to a room in the basement. There's a shadowy figure moving slowly inside. The guard doesn't notice it until later when he watches the footage again. He's scared when he sees what looks like a thin, dark shape walking deeper into the room as if hiding. The basement is off limits to outsiders, so it's impossible for someone else to be there. People watching the video think something supernatural was recorded, but we still don't know for sure what it was. The security officers filmed this footage while they were watching over parts of an old mental hospital used for filming. According to the video's description, the staff had heard spooky and unfamiliar sounds all day, but it wasn't until later when the security team checked the recordings that they realized they might have recorded a ghost on camera. In an empty hallway, a see-through figure suddenly appears and walks through. At first, it looks blurry, but then it becomes clear it's a see-through person. The spirit keeps walking and disappears through a doorway. Some crew members come into view, but don't notice the ghost. It makes the place feel even spookier. It might be a ghost of someone who used to be there. Is that possible? If not, what else could explain it? We may never know for sure. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe and stay scared for more chilling clips.